Hey, what's up? My name is JB Ghuman Jr. and I am the writer, director, creator, editor, blah blah blah, of the experimental film The Art of Being. The idea for the film is more or less based off of an inspiration. I was inspired by just everyday life, or more or less the negative things in life. We live in an incredible world filled with incredible people and positive, things and situations. We also live in a world filled with war and misogyny and greed and judgment and disease and poverty and all that stuff. So given my film is about kind of expanding the emotional spectrum and deepening the conscious state, I felt compelled to try and make a film. My goal for the film, as far as the audience, is more or less a conscious expansion, with an emotional spectrum deepening. The film is an experimental film. It's multidimensional, and it goes through different kind of dimensional states while maintaining a singular character as the character rises through a higher dimensional state. So the real lead character of the film is the audience. So my goal is really to kind of, I guess, touch that space in the back of the mind. So when they leave, they have their own dreams and their own thoughts and their own kind of deepening of the self. Well, I went from breakdancing to installation art in New York, Harlem World, and from there I got cast into a Pringles commercial. You know what I'm saying? Real deep shit. And that ended up bringing me out to LA, and I ended up staying in LA, and I did a bunch of other acting gigs and stuff like that, and suddenly I was like an actor. I love actors, obviously, I tell my stories through them. But while on set, I was exposed to lights and cameras and things like that, and given I started off as a breakdancer and installation artist, it really kind of turned me on to the fact that I could actually build these worlds, which is more or less that's more my jive anyways. So I left out acting, even though it was a great experience, because now I feel a bit more akin to connect with actors and appreciate them. But from there I started to direct and write and edit and all that stuff. Basically merging my installation art and my passion for dance with my stories and directing. Well, the film took 5.5 years, and there's like 37 characters, myself being one of them. I exposed myself heavily in the film, both physically and emotionally. So it was, I think the biggest hurdle was just kind of like motivation. I had to wake up each day and be like, I'm doing this, even though I thought, what the fuck, so is this ever going to end? But it did, here I am. So yeah, I guess the biggest hurdle was just determination. My upcoming projects as of right now is I'm putting together a cartoon, which I'm really excited about. And I'm also doing a sequel to The Art of Being, which I've already shot a good 70% of. It's extremely tech heavy, and I'm using equipment I've never used before, so it's pretty neat to tell a story through this new way of storytelling. So what's up, my name is JB Ghuman Jr. My film is The Art of Being, screening at the Mocha, July 21st at 4:30 p.m. Be there or be squeezed.